Hey, what's up guys? Omar here, broker and CEO of Alden Mortgage and Ome Realty. So this is going to be your mortgage rate update. And then of course, every single person in this world right now is on this whole Sam Friedman or whatever his name is, Bankman-Fried. So what he is, he's the CEO of this company called FTX, okay? It's a trading platform for cryptocurrency. Also the founder of Alameda Research, young guy, you know, a little odd looking, I'm not gonna lie, little kind of a weird looking dude, but incredibly smart. And I will tell you exactly, you know, because we have to correlate this with real estate, what is happening to him, because he was over there in the Bahamas chilling, living his best life. What the Bahamas government is doing. I'll give you a little background on exactly what this guy did and how it was so incredibly smart, but he kind of screwed up, dropped the ball, and this is exactly what he did. We're going to go ahead and it's going to be story time, but let's get on with the mortgage rate update. As of 12/13/2022, mortgage rates did drop a little bit here today. So we're going to go through these mortgage products. 30-year fix will be sitting at 5.60%. 15-year fix will be sitting at 4.85%. 30-year high balance will be sitting at 5.64%. DSCR, which is a debt service covered ratio loan. This is to use the income property, so the rental income coming into the property to offset the debt that's going out. That'll be sitting at 8.70%. Bank statement loan will be sitting at 8.64%. FHA 30-year fix will be sitting at 5.15%. 7/6 adjustable rate mortgage will be sitting at 5.97%. USDA 30-year fix will be sitting at 5.20%. VA 30-year fix will be sitting at 5.24%. And hard money fix and flip. You see a property, you want to go ahead and fix it, flip it, make a little bit of profit, or you want to just go ahead and fix it and then not flip it and then refinance it to something better, that'll be sitting at 9.90%. That'll actually kind of increase. So if you were interested in any one of those mortgage products, link in the description below. Let me try to beat your big bank. It's all I ask. It's your money. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want, but toss it out there. 50% commission rebate on purchasing your next property, 0% listing on selling your home here in the state of California, and of course any of the mortgage assistance, link in the description below. But as far as this FTX go, now this FTX is encompassing all assets, okay? So this is like an asset bubble that is just, it's like very quietly like backdrop popping, okay? Now, as far as cryptocurrency is concerned, cryptocurrency is still, like, I am not gonna pretend like I am this aficionado of cryptocurrency. I don't know cryptocurrency like a lot of other people do. I honestly don't know the future non-government side of things without the government being involved with anything with finance, especially with all of these guys. They're just going nuts with this cryptocurrency, with this exchanges, especially with this one. FTX just was founded, I think it was in 2020. It's really new, and they make so much money so fast, and it's nothing real. Like, you're not buying products, buying goods with cryptocurrency is just starting to kind of appeal, right? You could do real estate. You could go ahead and buy real estate, but you have to go ahead and take your cryptocurrency out of cryptocurrency, transfer it into cash, and then you could go ahead and do it that way. Or if you want to do direct buyer to buyer, then you could go ahead and transfer cryptocurrency to one, because now you have an exchange, some sort of currency to go ahead and purchase anything. Well, you don't really need currency. You could transfer it free and clear. You could trade a house for a house. You could do whatever you want as long as it's free and clear, and then title gets transferred on over. But the the asset bubble, and what I mean, it is just quietly like imploding on itself. Cryptocurrency, the reason why I even mention it is cryptocurrency has lost so much money from the peak of it. Now, Bitcoin is like the base platform of it. Bitcoin is still about, I don't know, from 2019 until now, it's still about $10,000, you know, and you're in the green, $10,000 in the profit. I think it was trading between $8,000 and $9,000 back in 2019, and then now it's like, I think as of this morning, as 17,000 and some change. Now this guy, he's this Sam guy, okay? The Sam guy, really smart dude, What did he do? He was the founder of two companies. One was called Alameda Research, and the other one was called FTX, which is this trading platform. Alameda Research was a cryptocurrency firm. Stepped down off of Alameda Research. He decided to go over to FTX because that's where he wanted to focus. Now, this is where the guy got really, really smart. What he was doing, and the moment this is the part that everybody should have kind of got a little worried, because even though he's incredibly smart with what he did, he went too big, too fast, and he decided to do things on his own, and there's no oversight to these trading platforms, right? There's nobody that's actually looking over on it. So what he did is he found out that there was between a 10 and 15% variance from Bitcoin prices over in Japan versus America. So what he did is he bought Bitcoin in Japan, and then he went and sold it back over to America. Well, then he sold it, transferred it over to US currency, and then he brought it back. Homeboy was making somewhere between 10 and 15 million dollars. Not a month, not a year, a day doing this. So incredibly smart. Now he went over, then during the whole entire height of everything, he went to the Bahamas. The Bahamas, he bought a whole bunch of apartments, roughly about $260 million worth of apartments over there. Now, why was he doing it in the Bahamas? Because he wanted to get a tan? Well, the pictures don't show him having any color to his skin at all. He wasn't sitting there on the beach eating peanut or drinking pina coladas and Mai Tais. No, he was in the Bahamas because A, it's a tax haven. Corporate tax, not there. Income tax, not there. All that stuff, not even close to being there. Now this kid, and I call him a kid because, I'm 40. Anybody who was born in the 90s to me is going to be a kid. He was born in 1992. His parents, they were law professors at Stanford University. He went to Stanford University. At the height of all of this, he was worth about $26 billion. But then he just went, everybody started kind of feeling unsafe with this whole FTX trading platform. They didn't know what was going on. Then he started transferring money over to Alameda Research, like billions and billions of dollars. And it wasn't his money that he was transferring. He was transferring billions and billions of dollars of customers' money, of your money, of people who were using the platform. And he was transferring it over to Alameda Research. Last time he did it, so at the height, he was worth $26 billion. And then when FTX started imploding, he went from $26 billion worth to $991.5 million total. Now, what happened is now this is where things start getting a little weird, okay? So when he decided to leave Alameda Research, okay, he went ahead and gave this girl, her name is Caroline Ellison, the chief executive officer position. Now she kind of is like, diamond my dude out. Now I'm not saying what he did is right, okay? By all means, I'm not saying anything that anybody is doing, but a rat is a rat, and a person that throws you under the bus is a person that throws you under the bus. You gotta, if your boy or your girl or anybody is doing something, you gotta have some sort of you keep your mouth shut. Go talk to your lawyers. His parents are lawyers. You guys have a big law team in front of you. You don't say things like that. Now, what she said is allegedly to the Wall Street Journal that they knew what was happening the whole entire time to cover the liabilities that they went ahead and had. Then what ended up happening is that they were like, this fried guy, he was like, you know what, we're going to sell FTX. We're going to go ahead and sell our FTX, and they were going to sell to this other company called Binance. Binance, and I'm going to butcher this guy's name. He's the CEO of Binance, Changpeng Zhao. Probably butchered it. So what he did is he's like, okay, listen, we're going to go ahead and buy we're going to buy FTX, but we have to do our due diligence. Now, in the world of real estate, whenever you do your due diligence, it's usually outside of the scope of anything like, when you go buy a house, you have to do your inspections, your appraisals, all of that. Well, they were going to do their own due diligence because that's a contingency waiver you could do on a house. You could say, you know what, especially when you're dealing with big commercial properties, I'm going to do my due diligence. That means that I am going to go ahead and vet the property on my own terms, and then I am going to go ahead and finance it based off of what I did my research on. So they said, okay, we're going to go ahead and do our due diligence, which it didn't happen at all. So this kid's parents, which ultimately what's going to end up happening to this Bankman-Fried, the Samuel Bankman-Fried kid, this is what's going to happen. He's probably going to get a slap on the wrist because this cryptocurrency trading platform as a whole, it is just, they crumble all the time, every single time, especially because everybody was losing their damn minds on this. But you know, I want to know why he's not going to get much of anything? Well, because his parents are both very, very successful, very knowledgeable Stanford University lawyer professors. So that means that they have a whole team of lawyers that are going to go ahead and make sure that this kid does not go, you know, he's not going to lose his ass on any of this. He's just going to walk away very, very calmly, and that's about it. Now, there's Caroline Ellison, to go back to the CEO of Alameda Research. Now, quote unquote, he might have been, you know, diddling this girl. You know, I think they were kind of dating, doing all of this. Maybe that's why she was throwing the poor bastard under the bus. But she went ahead and told everybody, you know what, he's been doing this. I know he's been doing this. He popped that chick into the in the CEO position, and then he had this other girl in the CEO position. But now that we got a base platform of exactly what this kid did, okay? He went ahead and started taking money and putting it in one place, which if you go over X amount of dollars, I believe it's $100,000, now you have stuff that's called anti-money laundering laws that are set in place. You can't go and take millions and millions and millions of dollars and then transfer it from one to another without another, and there's no paper trail. And by all means, just so you know, as of now, you know, I think he's in prison or he's being held somewhere. Here's 3 takeaways. One takeaway is going to be that he is not going to testify. He's not going to go to court. The current CEO is. This is from what I know. Okay, this is from what I know. The CEO that took his place, which is this guy who he specializes in getting companies out of really sticky situations, especially ones that are going into bankruptcy. Now he's going to be he's going to be the one that's going to have to testify. Number 2, $1 billion of money is still lost. Nobody could find it. It's all completely gone. Now that we have concluded all of that, this is the most important part of it, because we are a real estate channel. Now, he has about $250 million worth of real estate sitting in the Bahamas, okay? I think it's like 10, 15, 20 apartments, whatever the amount of apartments it is. He went and bought a complex. Now the Bahamas government is saying, you know what? Because he's going through bankruptcy, even though they bought it, that they want that property back. So they filed an appeal with the Delaware court systems that says, you know what? We are going to go ahead and take this back. We want this property back to us, and you can't have this back. They're going to get it too. They're absolutely 1,000% going to get it, because when it rains, it storms. That's exactly what happens. Now, what's going to end up happening is, now that is one part of the asset bubble that I'm talking about. Number 2, home prices are going to decrease. Number 3, technology, okay? The tech industry, tech layoffs are so important because that is the base foundation of what the rest of us on the commerce side of everything, the buying, like us, we buy goods from all of this, so heavily rely on the tech industry to go ahead and put products in front of us, because we are not 2000 anymore. We are in 2022. In 2022, all of you, majority of you have Amazon accounts. You guys do majority of your shopping online. You go do your home research online. Everything that you do is online. So when the tech industry is now starting to kind of cripple, that is going to go ahead and have a trickle effect on products being launched towards you through everybody else. That means that Target is going to start dwindling down because they have a tech side too. They're going to be dwindling down. That means Walmart is going to be dwindling down because they're really big on tech side. That means all of these really big companies are going to start. It's going to be a trickle effect all the way through. Now with mortgaging, we have experienced a crazy bunch of layoffs because we rely heavily on tech side of things too, of making sure that our advertisements are in front of you, which I'm kind of quitting that now. That's why I'm doing this YouTube thing, is because I feel like you need to be able to trust the person that you're doing business with, because the trust within companies, especially when it comes to finance companies, has been dwindled away so much that you need somebody in front of you. So you see me, I'm not that sugar-coated type of guy that's going to sit there and tell you, hey, everything is great, the real estate market is good, let me help you and let me do this, and I'm going to be your little guardian angel that's going to sit there and help you. I'll give you real world things that are happening. And that's what I think is super important when it comes to building up a relationship in today's day and age. I think this is going to be the route that everybody's going to, especially this distrust everybody has in the finance world, especially when 2008 happened, and now the 2019 to 2020, 2022, where we're at 21. It's just something that's going to have to go out and segue out of it. But that's why it's going to be a trickle effect all the way through. Home prices, which is one asset, that's dwindling away. Stocks as a whole are dwindling away. The market is just slowly decreasing as a whole. But that's going to be your mortgage rate update. That's going to be what's going on with this FTX and how they actually got into this whole entire little quarry that they're in. I don't even know if that's a word I should have been using at that moment. But if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, all that other good stuff. Until next video, guys, I really appreciate you watching. 50% commission rebate, 0% listing on selling your current home or any mortgage assistance. Till next video, guys.